All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to another episode of the Dyson Sphere Program. So, you've been wondering, how do you ship between the stars? Well, let me tell you. You know, transportation, whether it's on the local system or interstellar, is relatively the same. So I've already done a video on shipping items between planets. Half of that is research that you're going to need anyways. So you're going to need interplanetary logistics systems and the interstellar logistics systems, which will allow you to ship, or at least have the possibility to ship between the stars. Definitely interstellar will allow you to ship between planets. And if that planet is in another star, you're going to need a couple additional pieces of research for you to be able to achieve that goal. So you're going to need gravitational wave refraction. And you also are going to need to upgrade your logistics carrier engine to at least level 4. And then that will allow you to use the space warper that is unlocked with the gravitational wave refraction. I'm going to say that right. It's refraction. So I've set up a little scenario, and the scenario is I want to make the alternate recipe of graphene, which requires me to have fire ice. Now, fire ice is not local to my system, so I need to go to another system. And I happen to have already found a system that has fire ice that's relatively close. So if you look at this Shedar system over here, it's an M-type star. It is 4 light years away. And if I click on it, you can see that fire ice is located there. And so I just need to go there and get my stuff. There's a lot of other really good stuff here as well for other alternate recipes. So might as well set up some interstellar transportation. You are going to need an interstellar logistics system. And of course, like I said, when you unlock the logistics carrier engine level 4, you get the ability to add in space warpers. So space warpers are going to be really, really important for this process. What I've done is I've set a piece of storage off to the side that happens to have a bunch of space warpers in it. And that is going to feed my logistics system. It's going to take space warpers from the storage, put them into the logistics system, and I've set them up for local supply. You can see they're already starting to populate the space warper area in here. And then when it reaches a max of 50, they'll go into the storage. And what will happen is when the logistics vessels need a space warper, they'll just take from this particular pile and it'll get restocked from this little storage area. Now, the downside of this is that you give up 1 space to hold the space warper, so you can no longer transport 5 items. You're only transporting 4. But you know what? No big problem. You're going to warp over to the system that you found and set up your mining facility. Where is that stinky system at? There it is, right there. So when you're ready, warp over there. Now, Shedar 3 is my target. It happens to have a bunch of fire ice on it. And I have placed down an interstellar logistics system, gathering fire ice, and then also I've set up a couple miners that are populating this for fire ice. Here's what's rather interesting. If I am just picking up from this planet, if I don't have the logistics carriers here, there is no reason to power the interstellar logistics station because the ships are not leaving from this location. They're actually leaving back from my home planet. So once again, I have power that is powering up these miners. I've got some wind power over here. And that's all I need because it's going to go ahead and deposit it into this interstellar logistics system. And then the other ships will come and take them away. Now, here's something that's really important. If you don't have must-equip space warpers, if you have that unchecked, man, your ships are going to take off. Your interstellar vessels will take off. They will try to fly. No, they won't try. They will fly the 4 light years at sublight speed, and it will take forever for them to arrive. So my suggestion to you is always make sure that if you're going to be transporting items between the stars, you have this must-equip space warpers checked. One thing I forgot to mention is there's a slider that actually allows you to determine how much inventory you want to hold. So if you don't want to hold all 10,000 units, you can reduce this down by dragging it, and it will only fill up what you tell it to fill up. So if you don't want it to take your entire inventory of space warpers, at least store 10,000 of them, you can just set it to whatever number you want it to be. Let's say 100 or 50 or whatever. And this is also true for the power. If you want to adjust the power ratio, you can adjust the power ratio or any of these other little ratios down here as well to better tune your interstellar logistics system. Also, before you leave, make sure that you have this set up for remote demand so that it'll pick up the items from the appropriate location. And you can see that the ships are going off and they're going to pick up my fire ice. Let's go ahead and see what it's doing on the other end. These guys are warping out. You can see it's really cool. They're taking off. And you can see they're arriving at the planet. And if you'll notice, what's happening is that they're picking up goods and they're taking off. And this is not supplied with any warpers or any power whatsoever. So again, it's really not needed. You don't need to have power on the side which you're picking up items from, which saves you a lot of time setting up power systems. If you think you need to have this thing powered, you absolutely do not, unless your logistics ships are here. If you happen to put your logistics ships on this end, then you're going to need space warpers on this end, and you're going to need power to power the logistics vessels. My interstellar logistics station is already starting to gather up items and store them because I haven't set the filter. I'm going to set the filter, and now we're going to export them into my production line and start making graphene with that alternate recipe. Of course, I also make a byproduct of hydrogen, so I'll need to do something with the hydrogen to be able to get rid of it, but there is my alternate recipe graphene being created. All right, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys learned something on how to ship items between star systems. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.